Come on, Mike. Man, we got to introduce ourselves. I'll do it. Welcome to Two Dudes in a Garage. Welcome to Two Dudes in a Garage. I'm Brad.
And I'm Mike, the legend. Okay.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Well, I'm a little behind. You got a big behind, but a little behind. So what's up?
See, wait a minute. You said you had a little behind, but you're behind?
I don't remember.
All right. So first of all, please, if you would, hit the subscribe button, like, and comment on our videos. It lets us know we're reaching some people, and it helps us grow our little podcast. Also, we are now available in audio form on Amazon Music.
Spotify.
Oh, yeah, Spotify. Good job, brother.
Good job.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So check those out. You can listen to us in the car when you're heading to work or you're on the trip. And help promote those two because, it helps give us motivation to keep on trucking, man.
Did you say on the ship?
No, on a trip.
On a trip. Oh.
Not on a ship. I mean, you can listen to us on a ship.
Plane, ship, boat, train.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Exactly.
Was that you?
That was my phone.
I was like, what in the world was that noise? But thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're going to talk about what's happened in the news this week. And the main focus will be how both political parties are burning up. And the ones that they're on fire, the ones that are getting burnt are the American voters.
Well, why do we even have two parties? Why can't everybody just be one big happy family?
Well, I did some research on that, and the reason we have two parties is so that it's easier to pass things because they get unified and all that stuff. But I'm with you. I don't understand why we have two parties, especially the way that they are now, because Democrats always vote with each other.
They're all crooks.
I agree 100%. Like, I'm at the point where nothing makes sense anymore with the two-party system. Democrats all vote the same way, and when you don't, you get called out by leadership or you get called out by the progressives. You know, they're calling for Schumer's head. Fetterman, did you hear about Fetterman falling this week?
He fell down?
He fell down, yeah, like bad, hurt his face.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
And you know what's crazy about Fetterman falling and hurting his face is that the first people to come to his defense and say, we hope you get better, we hope you feel better, were Republicans.
Where were the Democrats?
They were making fun of, like, the liberals online were making fun of him falling down and talking about how it's probably an improvement to his face and
Really?
couldn't he have stroked out? I mean, they were just hateful. I mean,
have they seen Nancy Pelosi? Or Chuck Schumer? I mean, hello?
I thought you said in an earlier episode Nancy was a babe.
No. Not going to happen. She is butt ugly.
Nancy is?
Nancy is like, she's got to be pushing 100. She needs to get out of politics.
She's a bucko.
But she is ugly.
She's ugly and old is what you're saying?
And she's just butt ugly.
You know, you just daggone made, like, bad comments about old people and ugly people.
I'm sorry, old people. Sorry, young people.
Young people?
Yes.
I said ugly people.
What? I'm sorry, ugly people.
You see, it's a cool thing about being fat. We can talk trash about everybody. You know how it works?
I talk trash anyway. It don't matter.
But anyway, Fetterman fell down, and the Democrats and the liberal people online dogged him out, and Republicans came to the rescue, I guess you'd say, and said all kinds of nice things to him. You know, again, we've said this before on our episodes. You know, it's free. Absolutely, positively free. It costs you nothing to be kind.
Well, it costs you. It don't cost you, but it's easier to help somebody back up.
Yeah, it helps somebody back up and be kind to them than it is to just be mean to them.
Kind of moral and human nature.
And what I consider the Republican Party, that's one of the things that we're real good at is being kind to people. And don't get me wrong, you know, Republicans make mistakes too, and all liberals aren't bad, but it just seems like on a general basis that liberals tend to act more, at least their voters tend to act a little bit meaner than Republicans do. And again, that's why I think we should go to not a two-party system, because your votes shouldn't be just because you're a Democrat, or your vote shouldn't be just because you're a Republican.
Should be what's better for the country.
100%. And
then you got Maxine Waters. Oh Lord. And you got Maxine. Who's that other girl? Oh, don't forget Beetlejuice. That was in Chicago. Whew, that's ugly.
Beetlejuice is not the mayor anymore.
No, she's not there no more, but she's just ugly.
You know, I didn't even think about that. Oh, by the way, make sure you check out our next episode. It's going to be like a special episode. It is who has the best looking women in Congress, Republicans or Democrats. And me and Mike are going to vote on it, and we want to hear in the comments when we do it your guys' opinion. I know who I think, but we're going to go over them, put a Republican against Democrat, top 4 Republicans, top 4 Democrats. And then we will have an honorable mention, I guess. It might include your girl in it. I'm going to make you look at pictures of Nancy.
I don't want, that's ugly.
But also this week, the government shutdown finally ended.
Finally. It should have never went this long. Shouldn't have went on at all.
Well, you know, and I would love to sit here and just blame Democrats, and 95% of it, or maybe 90%, was Democrats.
Well, it was Republicans too,
but Republicans made some weird decisions.
the Democrats want to blame the Republicans, but it's not all the Republicans, it's both parties.
But the majority was Democrats, because we could have passed the CR before it got that far. We could have went ahead and passed the CR, continuing resolution, and opened the government back up and then decide about other things. However, because of researching in the government shutdown, I did learn a couple things that I was wrong about. Number one of the things that Democrats was talking about in their talking points was how the credits are ending with the medical field. And as of January 1st, 2026, just about everybody in the U.S., their medical premiums will jump between 35 and 100%. So say...
Like it's not high enough now?
Well, that's the problem. So say like I pay, I don't know, $500 a month for me and my daughter. When this new plan hits the 26th, in 26, I'll jump up to about $900 to $1,000. And my policy hadn't changed. And medical insurance is a whole nother thing. It makes zero sense, since I went to the doctor last year once for a checkup, and I spent 500 times 12, so what is that, $6,000? And I went one time to get my medicine renewed. So there is definitely a problem with the medical field and what Americans pay. And I'm not smart enough to have the solution, but we need to figure out something to stop the increase come January 1st, because no one's going to be able to afford insurance.
Well, quit giving away free health care to illegal aliens.
Well, that's true too.
That caused the rates to go up because we had to pay for it. Taxpayer.
Again, it goes back to the point I've always said: there's nothing free in this world. Speaking of illegal immigrants and the two-party system that I was frustrated about, I've grown a little bit frustrated with the administration. And you and I might disagree on this a little bit, but I am a strong supporter of closed borders, getting rid of illegal immigrants, etc. But we kept people on our side, and even myself, when we went after criminals. When the first people you go after is criminals. Now, with that being said, Democrats need to allow us, if somebody is prosecuted, to be able to get them out of the jail and take them immediately and deport them for like serious crimes, rape, murder, theft, stuff like that.
Gang members.
What is it?
The gang members.
Gang members as well. But we shouldn't be daggone, in my opinion, I've changed, and this has changed. I'm not saying that just because somebody gets a speeding ticket and they've been in the country for 20 years and they might not have gone through the
proper channels,
that they need to be deported immediately. One, because most of those guys pay taxes in some form or fashion. Also, most of them provide a service that they do a great job at. I know people that I work in the industry, or construction industry, that do a phenomenal job. Never have to question their work ethic. Never have to question what they do.
And they're good citizens.
And they're good citizens.
Even though they're not citizens.
And the problem is almost 90% of those have done all the right things, paperwork, etc., but are pushed to the back of the line and pushed to the barrel because there's such a backlog and stuff because we've allowed so many people in it to begin with. And it shouldn't take that long to become a citizen. So we need to reform citizenship and how fast you can get that.
Shouldn't take 5-10 years.
No, it shouldn't. Especially if you've done all the right things, you pay taxes, done all that. It shouldn't take that long. So there's two things can be true at the same time. One, we need to close the borders. Two, we need to get out illegal immigrants that commit violent crimes. Period. End of story. You commit a violent crime, you need to be gone. Period. But also, we need to have a faster track for people that are already here, that are providing a service to the country and making the country better. They need to have a quicker path to becoming a citizen, especially if they want to be an American.
They should be an exemption.
100%. And I'm not smart enough to know how you do it, but I'm just saying there should be a faster way, a faster track to become a U.S. citizen if you are a benefit to the country. That's one thing. And, I'm sorry, but as a human being, I want closed borders. I think we have allowed too many immigrants in here to change our culture and to change how we live and, my Christian beliefs, and we've done all these things. But at the same time, if you want to assimilate and be an American citizen, there should be a faster path to that.
I agree. But if you're already here, it should be an exemption as long as you hadn't really screwed up, broke the law.
Yeah, if you hadn't committed any crimes.
You got a family, it should be a provision for them to become a citizen.
Yeah.
And it should be fast track, like you say.
And especially if they're paying taxes.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I think that just seeing how ICE is going to some of these places, and again, you only see part of it on the media, so I don't have all the information. But first of all, Democrats need to let them be, if these illegal immigrants are arrested, Democrats need to let the ICE come out there and be able to pick them up and go. ICE, on the other hand, doesn't necessarily need to come out and look like a Gestapo, and I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying, appearances are one thing. Come out there looking like some crazy guys going into parking lots or outside of daycares, traffic stops, etc., picking up people just because they're an illegal immigrant. At the same time, it would make things a lot easier, and it wouldn't maybe have to do that, is if Democrats would allow them in their cities and allow them to pick them up from the jails. So that's why I say both parties are at fault for that.
It's a two-edged sword.
Absolutely. One of the other things that really busts my chaps, and I have to call it out because we always want to tell the truth. We are diehard Donald Trump fans. And I am frustrated with our president and his administration. For one, I'm frustrated. The Epstein files.
Why ain't they letting them out?
I don't understand.
Maybe there's people in there they don't want out.
And that's what you leave the whole community, the whole group, thinking that because you don't release them. And what you're allowing is Democrats release 3 emails that got Trump's name in it, and that's what they're running with. I remember in a movie one time, I think it was Air Force One, Harrison Ford character told the president at the time, he said, when the president was tied to like a drug dealer or something, he said, "What should I say? Should I deny that I know the drug dealer?" And he's like, "Nope. Say we were friends." Then if they ask you how good a friend, say we were great friends. Because you leave them nowhere to go and no story to make up if you just tell the truth. And I think that's where we're at with the Epstein files, is that all you got to do is tell the truth. Tell them, just open it all up, let everybody see what's going on, let it be known to everybody, good, bad, and ugly, and let's put this behind us. We have too many things going wrong right now for all the eyes we put on Epstein, who's been gone for a while. and I'm not taking away from the victims because they have every right for justice, but we're going away from all the things that we need to be accomplishing by going over and over about Epstein, and you give the Democrats something to talk about consistently because you just won't release it. It would all be over if you released the files. Done.
Who's the dude that went, I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook.
That was Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon. So you got Epstein going on, and then the other thing is, I think it's H1B1 or something, where Trump said, and he did.
China.
Yeah, it's from China.
China.
It's bringing in Chinese workers to take American jobs. And Trump, I understand the concept where I think he was trying to go with it, but Trump basically said, and I am far from CNN or
MSNBC.
I am far from that, but Trump basically said, I listened to the interview, that there were Americans who didn't have the skills to do those jobs, so you had to bring in Chinese people. So we're trying to lock down the border. We're trying not to bring any more immigrants in, but you want to do a policy where it brings Chinese immigrants in to take American jobs. And someone smarter than me might be able to know what that means.
Just leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments if I'm wrong. Please do, because to me that just doesn't seem like an answer. I think that's ridiculous. I think we should train people, and a part of they come back was that they're coming to train people. Americans are pretty damn smart. We can train ourselves. We can train on things. Hell, man, me and Mike watch videos on YouTube how to fix cars, and we fix cars. We built this garage into basically a studio apartment from watching YouTube videos. I mean, Americans are pretty damn smart, and they got a good work ethic. So we don't need to bring people in to take their jobs, period. End of story.
Americans are lazy.
Well, that might make us put our butts back in gear and work a little bit harder.
It's just, this generation here is
Well, we could do a whole episode about this generation. You know, if I heard how many times at work, well, that's not my job. Your job is to do whatever the hell I tell you at work.
if I'm the boss.
I mean, that's just how it works, man. Like, you know what? To be the best, you have to work harder than the rest. That's what my old daddies used to tell me, man.
Pretty good statement.
It's worked out pretty good for me. And the other thing that gets me about what Trump's doing and where I'm getting a little frustrated is the economy. Don't insult me by getting on an interview and saying the economy is the best it's ever been.
Well, it's not the best, but it's a lot better.
I can't say that.
Why not?
Because it's not.
To me, it's better.
Gas has gone down about 27 cents since it took off.
It hadn't gone down enough.
Eggs have gone down a little bit, but not much. Meat, on the other hand, is higher than it was when Biden was in office.
Meat's crazy. Your meat, your eggs, your milk, that's ridiculous.
Beef is ridiculous. I mean, it's just crazy. And the average American right now is not feeling a better economy. Now, I know the stock market's doing things, and I know the United States government's brought in tariffs and stuff, and I think Trump's kind of hearing the fussing, so he's trying to do some things. But we're in this pretty good now, and he hasn't fixed the economy. And I'm okay that he hadn't fixed it. It frustrates me, and I'm fine. But then he insults us by saying it's the best economy ever. That is not true. Now, you go back to 2019, when he was in office the first time.
Oh, it was really good, dude.
That was a great economy. You know, it wasn't just your 401k was doing good. You were making money. Things weren't costing that much. Money was flowing. Gas was cheap. Everything was good.
Meat.
I remember buying like a 12 thing of eggs for like 97 cents. And I was like, when did this happen? So, yes, the economy was great. Then we had COVID, which is a whole other story. But don't insult us. But now I would feel much more comfortable if you just come out and say, I know the economy is still hurting people. We're working on it to try to make it better. I would respect that so much more than to do the normal talking points of, hey, the economy is the best it's ever been. No, that's not true. And he's starting to sound, this time around, he's sounding more like a politician than he did the first time. And that frustrates me. It also frustrates me that the Republican Party is splintered. And that's why I say we should get rid of the parties, because if one person says one thing about this issue, now they're all against MAGA, now they're all against Republicans, now they're all against this. If this person interviews this person, now they're all against Republicans, now they're all this, let's cancel them, And I have to say an apology while I'm at it. I was frustrated that Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens had people on there and had conversations that I disagreed with. And I was like, you shouldn't platform or you shouldn't do things with people that aren't necessarily good guys. First of all, I based my opinions on fast clips that I see on the internet about Nick Fuentes. And I listened to an interview he did with PBD and I watched the whole Tucker Carlson interview, and we have very many different opinions and views on the world. But I don't think the dude's a scumbag. I think he has different opinions than I do, and he looks at the world in a different way. But that doesn't make him a scumbag, and it doesn't make him a bad guy.
But you can't be one-sided. You got to have a little bit of everybody.
Exactly, and that's why I say we should get rid of the political parties. Also, Candace, I still respect all the things I learned, from you and watching you over the years, 100%. I still think you're out there in La La Land with a bunch of shit you're talking about, but I can't be one of those guys that don't want you to have people on your show or interview people because I disagree with them. I sound like a leftist when I say that. Just for instance, all these people that say Tucker and Candace and anybody that questions Israel is an anti-Semite. That's like asking a question about black people and being racist, or asking questions about Mexican people or Hispanic people, et cetera, being called racist if you just simply ask a question. I think everybody has the right in the world to question things that they disagree with or they don't understand. America's relationship with Israel. You have a right and actually a responsibility if you're a journalist to question those things. Just because you question it, even if you disagree on the way it is, because I'm going to be pro-Israel till the day I die. It's a biblical thing for me. But even if you disagree with that, that doesn't make you an anti-Semite. Unless you say something against Jewish people, you're not an anti-Semite. Unless you say something against black people, you're not racist. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't automatically, because you ask questions, doesn't make you a racist or an anti-Semite, which I put in the same category. On the other hand, too, though, is all the people that are criticizing Jewish people about the way they think about Israel and the way about America, you can't be for two countries. You do realize that we literally have changed the name of black people to African Americans. And 96% have never even gone anywhere near Africa?
Probably.
So why did we change the name of a whole group? And that's a good thing. But Jewish people still hold on to their heritage of being a Jew, and that's a bad thing.
Why are all white people supposed to be, what do they say?
Privileged?
White privilege or something else.
White supremacy?
Yeah, well, I'm not a supremacist.
We damn sure ain't privileged.
Well, I ain't privileged either.
Hey, man, I ain't never been privileged. I grew up in a little tiny trailer in a little tiny trailer park when I was a kid. Both parents, freaking school teachers, eating red hot dogs. And for all you old timers, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about for red hot dogs.
Red hot dogs, yep. And I eat bologna.
I'd ate that too.
Shoot, I grew up on the west side of Charlotte.
I grew up in a little shithole in West Virginia.
Grew up in the hood.
I grew up in West Virginia.
Learned a lot of stuff growing up.
And no, my mother and father were not related.
That's a good thing.
Hey, man, as always, like I said, hit the subscribe button,
Subscribe.
Yes, like and comment on our posts. We'll be back in just a little while. It'll probably drop tomorrow.
And give us some topics to talk about.
Yeah, tell us some things you want us to talk about. We don't care. We know it holds back. Thank you for watching Two Dudes in the Garage Save the World.
God bless.
Love you. God bless. We'll be back soon.